dogs.
Hello and welcome to episode 14 of Minecraft Survival with NuttyChef. I hope you enjoyed that little montage thingy. I've just been down here trying to kill as many wither skeletons as I can. And as you can see, I've sort of cut away the sides of these roads here, just so there's more spawning spaces for the wither skeletons. And look, there's already some spawning right now as we speak, so that helped a lot. And yeah, just when there's none left or no more spawning, I sort of just run down this little corridor here, which is about 120 blocks that way, and then I run back, and then usually I get some more spawn in here. So it's pretty cheap little farm for wither skeletons. But yeah, that's enough of the nether stuff. Let's get into today's episode. Alright, so here we are back in the overworld. I'll put my skulls in here, but as you can see, we don't have enough iron or anything else to make a pyramid for the beacon yet. So hopefully we can work towards that in this episode, because I want to make a pumpkin farm for trading with the villagers. Which is a really easy way to get emeralds to make beacons and stuff like that. So yeah, I've got some glass actually in here I've just put in, ready for smelting. That'll be useful for our pumpkin farm. And I want to build it over this way, and I've already cleared out a space for it. If you didn't see last episode, it'll show you how to make that furnace. If you go back and watch it, I explain every little detail of how that works. But yeah, so over here I think, and just here I want to build like a bridge, pretty similar to that one that just comes over to here. And then just over here we've got the beginnings of our pumpkin farm. So this is the base. It's going to be minecarts going underneath it. I think we'll only need one minecart, I think, because I don't think it's going to take 5 minutes for it to get all the way over there and then all the way back again. So the items won't despawn or anything. And yeah, these are just to power the powered rails, so the minecart will go. And this is a 18 by 18 space, so it's going to have 4 water sources every 5th block along here, but not on this level, on one layer above, so the minecarts can go underneath the dirt. Yeah, so 4 9 by 9 areas, so an 18 by 18. And I've just got a little small pumpkin farm over here, so I can get enough seeds to fill up the farm. So hopefully by the time we have built it, we'll have enough. So we've got 3 here already. Got plenty of melon seeds. I'm pretty sure that'll be enough for the farm. We've got our rails here, so let's start putting these in. I'm not sure if this is going to be enough, so we may have to destroy even more rails of our villager track here to finish off the farm. But that's okay. Let's just go to sleep real quick. Come on. I want to put the rails in first, I think, and get all that sorted, because there's a bit of trickiness to go underneath the water source blocks, which are going to go on that level above. So we'll have to figure that out. And this is actually Ilmango's design. I'm not going to do it exactly the same, but it's going to be pretty similar. I'm just going to change it a little bit, just to make it easier for me to do. So let's just start getting these in. So I think our drop-off station will be on this side, so we'll just go like this. And I might speed up a bit of this, just so you don't have to sit through a million rails being placed. But when I get to the tricky part, I'll come back. Okay, so this is the part where it's got to go down. Because in Ilmango's design, it's sort of, what does it do? It actually, it goes down underneath a trapdoor, so we'd have to destroy this and actually put it here, I think. We might need another one. Got some here. And we'll put another one here. So it actually goes down like that. So when the minecart's coming along, it'll just fall down like that. But our minecart's going to bounce back the other way, and then the minecart won't be able to go up that way. It'll only be able to go that way. So we might have to change it so that, I think in his design, he had it these connected like this, and then the minecart would go all the way around, and then it would come back a rail that goes this way. But we don't want that to connect there. We want it to continue on this way to our unloader, and then it goes here like this. So let's just test, because we want to make sure that the minecart's going to go that way once it comes off this track onto this track. So let's test that out now, and if that works, then that's perfect. No, it goes that way. No, wait, that's what we want, because once it goes all the way around, we want it to go to the unloader. So yeah, that's perfect. Excellent. So I think this is going to work. So yeah, let's just test this out as well. So yeah, that's fine. Okay. So I'll get all this rail done and I'll come back. Okay, so got all the tracks in. I had to pretty much get rid of 99% of this villager rail we had, so, but at least the dirt's still there, so once we do get enough rails again, we can just easily fill it all up again, so it's not too bad. And yeah, so these bits were fine, like I said before, but when I went over to these ones, because the cart was coming this way this time, I guess it's a directional thing. The rail just wouldn't connect the way I wanted. As soon as I added the other rail over here, it just connected that way instead, so the minecart would have just come and stopped. So I just did this. I mean, I think it'll be fine. I'm just worried that it might not pick up not pick up an item from the block above here, or whatever. But I'm not too worried about that. It's not really a big deal. It's just one block that it'll miss out on if it does. So yeah, let's give it a test. Haven't tested it yet, so the minecart unloader station will be here. So let's see if it does a full lap. Well, that's not a good test. Let's try again. Go. I might speed this up for you. Oh, that was a bit slow actually. They're going to gain momentum. We might have to add a few more powered rails. Yeah, okay. So I think I might add, like, if I just go along like this. Let's actually grab that. And just add these in here. I don't have any more powered rails, so I wanted to do the same on this side, but maybe that'll give it enough momentum to keep it going. Let's see. Come on, baby. It's looking better. Just makes it to that second one, so yeah, I think we really do need to add in some more here, so I'll see if I can scrounge up any more rails and I'll fix that up. Alright, so I added another row in here and it's looking better. I think it'll be fine now. It sort of slows down around these bends, but it's okay. It'll be alright. So now let's start phase 2, I guess. We'll get the dirt in. Let's just make sure it gets all the way to the end here. See if it's got enough power to go down here. We might have to add a few more. Come on, baby. Ah, that's fine. That's fine with me. Okay. So, actually, we've got to add in some trapdoors to stop the water from going all over the tracks. So let's get those in. We're going to need a lot of trapdoors because we need to put them on the pistons as well. So I'll just make a whole bunch, but these are just going to go in like this. And then when we put the dirt on top, the water won't fall down. Not that one. So, and then the dirt is going to go on this layer here. On that layer. All the way across the top. So I'll get these trapdoors and the dirt in and I'll come back. Okay, so I've added all the dirt in above the track and the trapdoors, and I've put the water in as well. So now I'm just hoeing the dirt in a checkerboard pattern, which is how Ilmango has it in his design, which allows for the maximum efficiency, apparently. So I'll get back to you once this is done. Alrighty, so now we can plant the crops. So he says to plant melons and pumpkins, so in rows. So like this can be pumpkins, and then the next row is melons, and that is for efficiency as well, because apparently if it was all pumpkins, which is what you would expect it to be, more efficient at getting pumpkins, because that's all I want is pumpkins. I don't really want the melons, but apparently this way is it just grows faster, so it's worth it in the end. You end up getting more pumpkins. So I'll trust him. He seems to know what he's talking about, and I'll just do it his way. Alright, so I've just bone milled half of these, and then I realized maybe we should have waited until we put the pistons in before we put the plants in, because we have to look up to place the pistons above the dirt blocks, and if there's a pumpkin or a melon on every single one, we have to break it and then look up, but it'll be okay. So, and I think I've definitely underestimated the amount of sticky pistons I was going to need, because I only bought how many? 33. That was all the slime balls I had. So I think we've got enough iron to make the amount that we're going to need, but yeah, I'm going to have to go to the swamp now and kill some more slimes. Alright, I'm back from the swamp. Just killed a whole bunch of slimes. So I've got all these sticky pistons ready to put in. And we've got to put in a roof, so to put the sticky pistons on. So it's going to go, so this block is going to be a trapdoor at this level, and then this block is going to be where the sticky piston extends to, and then that block is going to be the sticky piston. So it's going to extend to there with a trapdoor on its face. Is it? No, it's going to extend to here with a trapdoor on its face here, and then retract to here. So I think we need the roof to be there. So let's just have a look. Yeah, and then we put a trapdoor under there. So I'll put this whole roof on, and I'll come back when we start placing in these sticky pistons, and we'll see how we go. Alright, so I'm just almost finished doing the roof thingy here. So the redstone's got to go on top of this roof. And on Ilmango's design, I think he used slabs, but I'm just using full blocks, and I'm just hoping that it doesn't affect the sticky pistons in a negative way, like a bud power or something or other. I don't know, but yeah, if that's the case, we'll just have to do it again. And I'm just trying to, I'm pretty sure this is how he had it in his design, but I'm just trying to make sure all of these blocks are covered from above so we can put the sticky pistons in, and trying to make it so we'll be able to put redstone on the top after. Like we can put repeaters in, say, here, every second block here if we need to, so the power makes it all the way across. So yeah, I'll come back in just a second. Alrighty, it's all in, so let's try adding in these sticky pistons. So in his first design he had a slab here, but then he made a tutorial and he changed the design to have a trapdoor here so you can walk underneath. So I think that's going to make it a bit easier for us to place all these things in. But yeah, now I'm going to have to go around and break all of these before I can get these sticky pistons in. That's okay though. And we just want them to be in every one of those places. So fingers crossed I've got enough. Okay, so all the pistons and the trapdoors have been installed, as you can see. And yeah, if you're following something by looking at, like if you're building something by following the instructions, just make sure that you do follow the instructions, because man, this is a pain to get all these in, because I planted the crops first. I should have followed the instructions and planted them after, but it's all good now. So all we have to do now is the redstone, which hopefully shouldn't be too hard. So what I want to do is, instead of using a timer like a hopper clock or something, I just want to make it so that every time the minecart returns to the station here, all the pistons will go off, because I think like the time it takes for that minecart to go all the way around and back again is probably close to a minute or maybe a bit less. So I think that'll be good enough, and that way we don't have to use a hopper clock. So let's build the minecart loading station, unloader, first, and then we can take a signal off of that to activate the farm. So what do we got here? Hoppers, repeaters, comparator. Ooh, one. I think that should be enough. Some redstone torches and some blocks. Okay, that should be fine. Some chests. That'll do. Alrighty, so it's going to come off of here, and there's going to be a hopper just in there for now, with a chest underneath, and the rail will go over that, so we need rails. Have I got any more powered rails? No. I think I know where I can scrounge at least one more powered rails. I actually used all of the powered rails I had to do that exactly, so I'll come back in one sec. Okay, so I've got my powered rail on there. So let's take a comparator out of that hopper, and then we can put that into a block here, and then a block there, a redstone torch there, a block here, and some redstone dust here. So as soon as something goes into that hopper, it'll turn off this rail. So I think we can just take a signal from here. So we might have to make it a monostable. We might have to take a monostable circuit out of there. So let's actually, we can take it out of this block here, out of here, and bring it up to the farm. So we need a piston. I have no more sticky pistons, but we can use a regular piston to make a monostable circuit with a piece of sand. So we're going to have to do that. And so we'll have a repeater out from there, just to lengthen the signal a little bit. And then this can actually be the piston. Yep, we got an output from that when that item dropped in there. So no, that has to be sand. And that should work fine. Oh, let me back up there. And we just got to get the signal to go up there, so we might have to, we need to take another repeater out of there. And might have to make another torch tower out of here. And it'll have to be inverted back to the way we want it, which is like that. Perfect. Okay. So now we just have to try and hook all of these things up. So it literally has to cover every piston. So this is only, how long is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So it's longer than 15. So we're going to have to add repeaters in every, we could just add them in every row, I guess. So there's no piston there, so we can just add one there. But then the redstone won't go across that way. Unless we also have it going like that. So let's actually just cover this all in redstone. Just this section here. And just see how this is going to work. So if we do every second one along like that, and then that has to come back this way. I mean, we could just go like that, and like that. We don't need those. But then we also need it to go that way. I'll come back when I've figured this one out. Okay, so I've figured out the problem. It's a bit tricky. We just had to make sure that the redstone wasn't looping back in on itself through the repeaters. That's what makes it all stay on. So I've got a line of repeaters all the way down here and a line here along this line, so that none of the redstone connects back past this line in on itself. And another problem I ran into is this section wasn't getting any power, wasn't reaching. So I made a line from that torch around the side with a repeater here, which just makes it to here. But because the signal isn't strong enough to go all the way back down again, it doesn't loop either. So all sorted. So I think we're ready for a test. So let's get our minecart with a hopper and chuck her on. Should be in here. Oh, we've got it on ourselves. Here we go. Alrighty, here's the moment of truth. Chuck her on there. Okay, so it should be picking up items now because all of those melons got broken a second ago, and we've actually got to put a torch back up here to make the pistons go back up. Okay. Oh, they're still down. What is going on? Let's have a look. Which ones is it? Maybe we should have used slabs. Whoa. Okay, so I think the minecart came back. Maybe that fixed it up. Let's have a look. No, it didn't. I think we're getting some sort of bud power thing happening here. So yeah, I think I'm going to have to switch it all out to slabs, unfortunately. Always follow the instructions. Okay, well, I'm not going to lie, that was annoying, but it's done. It wasn't too bad. And I'm pretty sure it's working perfectly now, so the minecart might be a while, so I'll just chuck an item in here. Yeah, so as you can see, it harvests. Oh, that piston's not going off. So I might have missed a bit of redstone up there. So I'll just have to look and see if I've missed any. Oh, I see what's going on. That would have to be a full block. So, but most of the farm's working, so I'll just figure out, like, fine tune all the little details. So make sure every single piston's working. And I think I'll AFK overnight, and I'll show you what I get in the morning. I've just got a few chests here, so we can start filling them up. And yeah, it should be good. I can already see the pumpkins and melons grow like super fast. Like, look at that, it's already full again. So yeah, I think this minecart takes long enough to come back that most of the melons grow again, so should be good. Alrighty, so it's the next morning. It's 11:30 now, and I went to sleep at about 3:30. But this farm stopped working, as you saw. So I don't know how many hours it was actually running for. And the problem was I didn't enclose this track area, so the cart actually stopped over here. A spider must have got in or something. So I've just broken that, so I'll just pick it up with another minecart. I'll just put it there. And yeah, so let's just see how much we ended up getting. Not much at all. So yeah, it must have stopped very shortly after I went to bed. So that's unfortunate, but I'll just do another test today. So yeah, but it's all good. I think we still have to fix up this piston here. I think it's getting bud powered or something from this redstone. And some of these pistons don't fire. Like this one, I might have to put a full block there or something like that. Missed it, but yeah. So that'll be it from me today, and thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.